It's hard when you're the videographer in the video, so it's just like the ghost, I guess, is recorded.
Why you hunched over?
Why did you hunch? That was weird.
That was just funty to me.
That was weird. What is going
Steven
on?
was in the way.
Ouch.
You could have just told me to move back.
Facts.
Sometimes everything just be a back and forth thing.
All right, you got it.
I have no one to argue with, so I'm going to argue with myself.
You win.
I'm just going to start random arguments with everybody.
Okay.
So, what is this? Oh, Extra Ignorance. We finally got a name. Did we have a name last time?
Yeah, we did. We kind of landed on it at some point.
No, but I don't think we ever mentioned it in the actual piece itself.
Oh, yeah, no.
No, because we figured it out later on.
Yeah.
With Bianca.
Correct.
Shout outs to the group chat.
That we're all in.
The ultimate equalizer.
So, Extra Ignorance is just like a post show, just like unscripted, unedited. We just talking about whatever. And this week we have Dani and TJ from Lovers Quarrel. So if you haven't, make sure you go check episode 69. Make sure you check episode 69 to have that we had them on. And yeah, it's just like an unscripted show, even though the regular show's not really scripted. So we just talk about whatever and just say whatever's on our mind. What's so funny?
Every day's a freestyle, I'm telling you.
What's so funny?
Classic Nieema. Classic. What is going on?
And you're dying too. That's the crazy part. So let's just jump into it before the video cut off.
Before she loses her breath?
So, the biggest news we had this week, probably now it's secondary now.
That's why I'm laughing.
What?
Tristan took my Tristan and Khloe.
Oh my god.
And that meme everybody had floating around.
Which means there was like 100 of
Like
them.
the Jordan one on her belly?
No, I didn't see that one.
I see that one. That was foul.
What?
That one was foul.
Oh my god.
That one was foul.
Was it?
The one that had me like, y'all was ODing. You know, the SpongeBob one is the...
When he was breathing hard.
No, breathing hard. And they said
When it
that
hits 9 months?
Yeah.
Got a blast!
That shit was just... Like, yo, I felt bad. I was like, this is hilarious, but I shouldn't be laughing so hard right now.
No, one of my coworkers just like, maybe he's just not into pregnant women.
Like,
So don't get them pregnant?
He's just not into pregnant women. That's
Like,
what it is.
they done called him Tristan third trimester.
This is exactly why this has to be a
No.
post show.
Son,
Because we were wasting mad time talking about this shit on air.
how you hit 9 months and then blast and say, whoa, that was a close one?
Oh my god.
He just wasn't attracted to her anymore, I guess.
Did he, like,
messy.
did he,
This is
like,
all
make an
Kris Jenner.
effort?
This is all Kris Jenner. This is all just for.
Did he like
next
make an
season.
effort to
Oh,
not to get caught? Like he
No, he
every
didn't. He was
like he
he
didn't
was
care
free about it.
Yeah.
Right.
How he made an effort?
No, he did make
to
an
not
effort.
He did
to
not.
get caught.
Because like that's what people say. Like you're 6'9". Like everybody.
Everyone
like,
knows who you are.
Who you are. So like
Right.
you
He
just
was,
walk.
He was wilding.
Not very crafty. That one.
Yeah.
My favorite part was like the meme of like Wendy Williams, and then I did like a freeze frame, and she was like, and she was pointing to the girl butt. I don't know why that was funny to me, but she was just saying like how
Yeah, that
he
her
has a
butt
type.
was-
He
that
pretty
butt
much has a
was
type.
Hideous.
Yeah.
It was like drooping. It had mad hang
I mean,
time.
look at your man's face. It looks mad.
That's my favorite meme.
Oh, that one.
That's
It's
my
like,
favorite one.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
That's
like,
it.
He was wild.
Here I go again.
Exactly.
He was wild.
Another one.
Another one.
And then all the sports niggas on Twitter was like, yo, you can't be cheating and you only averaging like 5 points.
Exactly.
Like,
Wow.
come
You gotta
on.
earn that shit.
Like,
I mean, he
come
got
on.
the $74 million contract, so.
Wow.
But didn't his average like points per game go down after he started dating Khloe?
Yeah, that's what they were
Kardashian
saying.
curse.
I mean, but he was,
real.
he was never really like the point guy. But
No.
that's what happened when you play with LeBron. He
My
get everybody paid.
My favorite one though is when it was the meme of O.J. Simpson. It was like, Dad.
Yes! Yes!
It was like, Dad, Tristan cheated on me.
Yes!
And he was
Like,
like, say less. It was
It's
like a foot on the glove.
But mind you, in true New York form, in my imagination, I saw that meme and I looked up and I just saw a random hand holding up on the train with a glove on. I was like, this is it. He's going to help Khloe.
Oh my god.
I was just
Going
talking
to
about
help
OJ the other day, like how he. I mean, this nigga is like untouchable. Like
Literally.
you can't charge him for murder, double jeopardy.
You can't.
He can
And
do
he,
whatever
and he
he
definitely
wants.
did it. Like,
Right.
let's
No,
be real.
he
absolutely
certainly did it.
He absolutely
Exactly. That's why he
did
came
it.
out the
You
book.
can't say
What if I did it?
Right. You can't
That
say.
interview, like, who laughs about
He's the realest nigga ever.
hypothetically murdering your
Right.
wife?
You don't start
like,
off with hypothetically and explain by detail how you did
and
it.
he's like, I woulda, you know.
Man,
I would have snuck through the back door.
OJ did it.
Exactly.
Definitely did it.
No
Yeah.
parts of that.
So
I ain't saying that.
you know, that's why OJ is just.
A murderer?
Yeah, basically.
It's just OJ.
He dodged them charges like he did. What was those Hertz commercials back in the day? Like I saw him like from the 80s and stuff like that. He was like jumping over the suitcase. That was him jumping over all them charges, just getting away with it. But people just looked at it like that because he was able to, you know, they were like, he might be guilty, but he got away with it. One for the team. Like that's what black people
One
like.
for the
That's
team. Yo, deadass.
Listen.
Like I remember when I was younger, and we like found. I was in like elementary school around the time, and you know we heard about the verdict, and it was like, oh yeah, he's didn't do it. And it's like, oh shit,
I
we won.
remember that moment. Yeah, I remember that moment in junior high
Scored.
school. My teacher was so
All right, we
excited.
fools.
Yeah. I just want to. I want to talk to all the adults who were like adults then too. It's just like, come on now, like this, you knew he did it.
Right.
But I remember the exact same thing. People were like,
About proving
Yeah.
the case.
like yes, like
Got away with it.
exactly, we got one. They were like, this is
There's
for Rodney
one that
King.
we're
I don't
supposed
know,
to get.
like something.
That wasn't the one.
Yeah.
Well,
It could have been a whole different other
life's all
one.
about mistakes.
Exactly. You know what
We
though?
fucked up on that
Maybe
one.
this is why Khloe is paying for the sins of her father.
Yo, Khloe always get got though. Like as much shit as everybody else do, always fall back on Khloe. I was thinking about that the other day.
It
Yeah.
is. It is.
Yeah,
She
Khloe.
did-
Chloe's definitely gotten the brunt of that family.
She did.
No, Rob.
Oh well, no, Rob is.
No, men don't thrive in that family, so that's why.
Yeah.
Like,
That's why the
Kardashian
father turned into a
Senior.
woman, and now look, glow up. See,
Rob used to be my boy, but then time in life happened.
yeah, because like I mean, you got baby mamas throwing like,
He still got a sock.
you know, Playmobiles and stuff like that.
He still got the
Like,
socks.
Martha George or whatever. What are they
yeah,
called?
something, George.
Something. Yeah, I've never
If
seen.
socks is all you got.
Like,
No-
where do they? Where do they?
No one has talent in the family, but his talent was socks.
Where do they retail at? Because I've never seen them anywhere.
I don't know. I saw like one person.
Oh, I just saw him on
I
the
think Kylie
episode.
had
I don't know
it
if they
on her
actually
website.
realized.
You gotta rock your brand, but other than that, besides him, like have we ever seen his socks on anyone else's feet besides his own?
I mean, it's kind of hard if they covered.
His sister. I don't think
It's kind of hard to think of.
But you know what though, Mary is like the drama that he put her through. She like glowed up even more because like you talking about she went from that all that strife to then she got like nominated for an Oscar
Right.
for 2 Oscars for Best Supporting Actress and Best Song. Like nobody's ever had that before. Like she's doing her thing and she's always has been, but like she just leveled up.
It didn't even affect her. Like I would watch like her at like Diddy party and everything. She
Yeah.
laughing and dancing. I'm like, you
Yeah.
ain't.
Well, she's been through a lot.
Yeah, the best Mary music you get is when she's going through it. So, I
She
saw
was
her.
going in on him on that album.
Yeah, but I saw him at I saw her at I go to Essence every year,
Mhm.
and she was one of the headliners last summer, and she did a whole thing, and she was like, and they want to take your money, like stuff I work for, and you know she had the whole crowd with her and everything, but. Cause he knows he's wrong for that. That's
Yeah.
trash. Like no. Like unless there's kids involved, and I'm saying like making sure like the child or children's like lifestyles aren't drastic. Like I go to mommy's house and shit is sweet, and I go to daddy's house and we eat out of cans. Like that's not.
Yeah.
That, you know what I mean? Like
But I shouldn't have to. I don't know.
that's making sure your kids are straight.
Well, right,
Yeah.
kids, not.
All right, I'll make sure my kids are straight.
Right, not
But I shouldn't have
supporting
to. Like I said, you don't need $20,000 a month in child support.
So if the kids are already going to like private schools and everything
What
like
if
that,
tuition
once
All
I
right,
break
cool.
up.
Let me pay for the private school.
So you're saying only if it involves the child.
I'm
so
saying.
where your ex lives at,
Mhm.
that affects your child too, right?
I can see
So
that.
would you want me in the hood?
All right. Well, listen. You just give them to me full time, and then we good.
That's a suggestion too. If you want to take the,
No.
the man will take.
I
the
just
kids.
don't. I mean, I understand keeping up their lifestyle,
Right.
but I also feel like I shouldn't have to take care of you, and then that's what it becomes. Like,
Right.
hopefully, we're we're both working and we're both able to maintain, and then I can pay for whatever for my child. But I don't want it to be where now, like, you know what I mean? Like, if we've been together for 20 years and you've been doing nothing for 20 years, I shouldn't have to take care of you.
Yeah, but don't
Unless
you
you
kind of
said-
aren't you kind of responsible for that if you
If I
enable it?
told you to be a stay-at-home mom, then yes.
You're not gonna be like, well, now I guess you gotta get
No,
a job.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Because I stifled you. I didn't give you the opportunity to grow. But I'm saying if you just chose not to do it because I was footing the bill, now I got to take care of you forever because
that's why, and this is why you don't let somebody swear up and down they're going to take care of you forever. It's like you gotta have your own. You gotta have a go bag, a proverbial go bag. Like,
Fallback plan, like,
Yeah,
yeah, like you got to get
a lot
it.
of people
get way
live for
too-
them now. They don't live
get
for the
way too
future.
comfortable.
Yeah, you can't be can't get too comfortable. Because even if that doesn't happen, like, you know, I don't ever foresee, like, I didn't marry him with the idea that we're not going to be together forever. But, like, God forbid if something happens to one of us, like, we don't work, like, as far as, like, adulting without 2 incomes. You know what I mean? So this doesn't, the lifestyle that we live, which isn't extravagant by any means, but it gets us where we need to be, doesn't work without both of us. So if something happens to him, like, we want to make sure each other's good. Like, you gotta have those conversations early, like when you do get to that point where you're with somebody that you want to spend.
A lot of people don't though.
Yeah, like, I mean, and not even just like, oh, if we break up, because, you know, it's like, what if one of us dies? Like that,
Right.
like that's the, you know, and that's real shit, because you have to know, because you want to be like, who's gonna handle this? Who's gonna take care of that? Whatever. Because, like, our mortgage don't get paid if we both aren't working. So, like,
Right, definitely.
I mean, they're not gonna care that I died. So.
yes,
No, I didn't say you. I'm saying the bank is not gonna care.
Oh, I thought you were saying like they, like us.
No,
like we would all be sad.
He definitely meant the bank. I understand what he was saying.
Yeah,
I was like, my bad.
Vixon is a yes man.
Ouch. No.
Where did that come from?
You can ask the next question since I answered the other one wrong. Well, ask it wrong.
Yeah, because it was a completely...
I want you to get it right. Go ahead, just ask the next one. Go ahead.
Just ask this question, Steve.
Well, the question was, after a breakup, should a man have to pay for his ex's lifestyle that he introduced her to? Like, for example, two celebrities are dating, they break up or whatever. Now she may be dating somebody that's not a celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
So his income or whatever is different. So does he have to, like, step his game up?
No, it's the same thing if you're married or not. It's the same pretense. But if it's
Definitely not.
but if you're an ex and she was just his girlfriend, that's definitely a dub.
Yeah.
You're only my girlfriend, you're not my wife.
Wife maybe.
Yeah, and then you're already with somebody else, so that means since he want to step in,
Yeah, exactly.
he gotta take care of her. That's
just like alimony. Alimony stops once you remarry, which is why some people don't remarry.
At all. Because they need that.
Because, like, no, I'm gonna have you run me this check every month.
Yeah.
So, and I'm gonna have a long-term boyfriend or a long-term girlfriend.
Man, that's crazy. I gotta pay for you.
Everybody's garbage.
That's
The whole
that
shit
is.
is trash.
It's not.
That's why I just stay married.
That was crazy.
Either never get married or stay married.
We'll get a prenup.
Oh, that one. That one is wild.
You could
Before we...
Alright.
If you see your best friends, I think this is a common thing that happens. If you see your best friend's significant other out cheating, do you tell them or keep it to yourself?
I've actually been in that situation. So. Take. Be careful.
Get him some milk.
Why are you taking pictures? Why are you taking
You
pictures?
need photographic evidence.
What is happening right now?
Nah, she taking pictures and she sent it into the group chat.
Oh,
That's what she doing.
I was like, yo, what does it look like, y'all?
So,
she waited a solid 2 weeks before she say anything and act like shit never happened.
oh my god.
That's why I'm laughing, because I know how she moved. Like, I can imagine one of her homegirls, man, doing some wild shit, and she
I'm
keeping
out
that
my
shit to.
business.
She gonna tell me first before she tell her homegirl.
Because I'm gonna ask you if I should say something. You gonna
Yeah,
tell me
gotta,
no,
you
mind
got a
your
sounding
business.
board.
And you're gonna be like, alright.
No, I'm gonna ask you how cool is she, and if she ever said some wild shit to you before. Because if she said some wild shit, you might have to let this shit simmer.
Let it marinate.
Nah, niggas be wildin'.
Put the phone away.
I mean, take
You
a
see
picture.
nothing.
Because a lot of times people don't believe what you say. So if you have a picture or a video of it, you send it. It's like, well, you can't
I think it depends.
attest to this. But a lot, I've seen it go wrong. Like you say
Yeah.
something, and now your friend completely hates you, and they still stay with the person. So I don't
Yeah.
know.
Because Dev from the Blueprint Live says there's a lot. Men don't hold each other accountable. Like, niggas ain't gonna say shit.
I feel like it's never their business. But
Oh, it's never.
no, I mean, I had that happen when, like, we were
Technically, Tristan is Canadian, so black men still don't cheat, because Canadian black men and American black men is two different things.
Shut up.
Danny.
Two
Just
different
saying,
things.
like, I've had a friend. This was like we were in our like early 20s, and she had a boyfriend, and we would see him out. Like, she would always be home because he didn't want her to, go out, and we would be out, and we would see him, other people, and we would let her know. We were like, listen, this is what it is. take what you want, and like
Right.
you know, and the thing too was like, because it'd be like 3 of us out, and we see, and that she's our friend, and we see him, and they didn't break up for a very long time, and and then even one time, one of my friends tried to get like photographic evidence, we after the club let out, and he like was like got real aggressive with her and everything, and my friend that was trying to take the picture, and still nothing changed or whatever. And so sometimes it's like, what? It's like it's like, do what you will with that information. Like, we've told you multiple times, and you still want to do what you want to do, then that's fine. So then it became a thing. It was just like, mom's the word. Like, I'm not saying shit no more.
Right.
And then, but sometimes you gotta let people figure out stuff for themselves. And so she's not with him. It hasn't been for several years, but it's just like, basically what happened was like, it wasn't until like trouble came knocking at her door, like their shared home, and the chick was at the door like, I'm seeing him.
Wow.
And that was her like wake up.
Now everybody gotta die.
Basically. But you know what? But now she's better. She's better than ever with somebody much better than him.
See, look at that.
Show wrap up.
Look at God.
See?
So y'all were cheaters before the show, like in the sense of like catching the dude out with chicks and being in the bushes with the camera.
Yeah.
So at 5 o'clock we saw his
a little
man.
bit. Like, listen. And this was like this was like, this was still like, I guess mid like 2000s. So you talking like 08 or 09. So like cameras weren't that
Got
great.
With the flip phone.
That's why she had to get so close.
So
it was like, it wasn't like you could be like, you could zoom in with your iPhone nowadays. It had to be like, she walked up to him and she was like,
it was hella pixelated.
Yeah.
Hella pixelated.
9 pixels. You sure that was him? Him in the top corner.
Exactly. That's why it became such a thing, because he knew what she was doing, because she was like, I'm sending this now.
I could just imagine somebody just running up and then running away that fast.
Did I get it? Fuck, it's blurry.
Oh, you see his
now you gotta run back.
All you see is mad streets.
Everybody smile.
And you out of breath. Because you ran mad far.
It's just like, that's what kind of friends we were. We were willing to risk life and limb to show you that like, yo, leave this nigga. He's trash.
That's that old school trash.
You never had that issue?
I never had to like see someone cheating.
That's good.
I've never seen.
You were with me one time when you saw that same person cheating. You were with me. We were at the club.
He like, I don't remember.
Yeah, but he was just like,
I mean,
that's y'all friend.
That's y'all friend.
Y'all handle
Typical
it.
answer.
Listen, because people, as y'all said, people change. So like, you tell them something and they wind up hating you, or you tell them and then it's like, I shouldn't have told you.
Right, because they ain't changed anything.
Like, they're gonna still do what they're gonna do. Like, it depends on the person. Like, if I had that situation, if I knew that you wanted that information, I'll definitely tell you. Okay. But if I know that by me telling you is either you gonna flip on me or something like that, then
shut up.
Be great.
Should have like a friendship application, like a box, like, if I catch you, your significant other cheating, do you want me to tell you yes or no?
Right.
And then like that way we already.
Even if they check yes, I'm still not saying that. That's really tricky.
Yeah.
Because they'll say yes at the time when you tell them.
I'm gonna have to figure out the situation.
Then I gotta get it notarized just in case.
Because devil's advocate is like, what if they have an open relationship and you didn't know about it, and now you out? Oh well, look who I saw him with. It's like, yeah, I know.
But why is an open relationship
and then now you feel dumb.
Well, people relationships are secrets, I guess.
Right. I mean, you don't have to listen.
Well, I mean, people have society has.
Yeah.
But that's a whole different topic.
There's stigmas.
Yeah.
On top of those. Yeah.
So this last one is fucking insane.
Oh my
Define
God.
insane.
My wife named our son after her first love, and I had no idea.
I'm out.
Heard that.
My son is 5. About 2 days ago, we were out shopping and ran into a high school friend of hers. She was catching up when she told her friend that we had a son. When the old friend asked his name, my wife hesitated, and I told her. She had a strange look on her face, then said, "You mean like your ex-boyfriend?" Our son's name is very unique to the point that I've never met another person with the same name. Now she refuses to talk to me about it. I feel betrayed and disgusted with her. It's like a switch was flipped in my mind, and I just can't look at her the same way.
Is he possibly the daddy?
Thanks.
He is a father.
No, I'm saying like, so the ex. We were clear that this was an ex. Like maybe she just really liked the name.
I have a
still in love with him.
my ex now when he was with his girlfriend at the time, a couple of years ago, he told her that he wanted to name his daughter Nieema.
Oh.
So then, when she
You
finally figured out like who I was, because we kind of like stayed in contact, it was like a big thing. It was like huge, and I was like, fade to black.
Not my problem.
Congratulations,
No Homer Simpson
bro.
me.
Exactly.
Congrats on the baby, got a blast.
Exactly. That's the Homer Simpson gift for you, just like back into the bushes.
Right.
No.
Nah, that's
Right.
wild.
Yeah, nah.
That's wild.
That's totally like
Yeah, that's like
real bad. I don't care how beautiful the name is or how dope you might think it is. Like, you gotta be like hung up on somebody.
Yeah.
Because the fact is, like, if she had always made it clear, like
That's
yeah, I
name
dated
my
this
child.
guy, whatever, but his name was really cool. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you could have warmed him up to the idea. At
That's
least.
still
Nah,
kind of shaky.
You still dated him, like, yeah, I
Right.
dated, and it'd have been different. Like, I went to high school with this kid, and his name, and I always liked it. You dated him, so now I gotta call him. Nah.
Yeah.
Right. That's kind of
Yeah.
like when baby mamas be dressing their sons like their
boyfriends?
like their boyfriend.
Oh my god. Like, my king, my prince. Like, yeah.
Now they both wearing the Burberry shirt. Oh boy.
No.
That's only for the baby shower though.
Well,
Y'all so silly.
It's the truth. What was the meme I seen? He had the picture of the Burberry shirt. Anytime you see a nigga with that shirt on, just tell him happy birthday.
No.
almost.
No, that was like, you talking about like the starter pack. That was like, you remember those starter pack memes, and it was like, my son is my king, and it was like the short haircut, like the Michael Kors purse, and that's who he's talking about. And she was wrong. That's
It'd have been a no for me.
Yeah.
we going
feel
to
like
that's a no
change
for
that
me,
name
dogs.
right now.
Yeah, that's a
no
no.
right now.
But I don't even know,
going
like,
straight
what-
to City Hall.
I don't
We gonna
even know
make
what
this.
to tell him or like what he could possibly do.
Does he have like
about
a
that.
nickname? Like maybe you can start calling him like
Yeah.
Lil Bill.
Does he have a
Lil
middle
Bill.
Bill. Nah,
That's horrible.
that's
I
like
don't-
mad deceitful.
You gotta start a new.
but it's like
you gotta
you
start a new
divorce
life.
that person. Like,
What if it was the middle name?
And the
Would
kid's
that make a
5. He
difference?
can't even be like.
And she's not talking to him, so
Yeah, that's
she
what
wanna-
makes it worse.
she
She don't
wouldn't
want to
explain it. No,
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
like,
that's what I said. Maybe that's what I said. Is it possible that she might have been in contact with old boy or something
Could
like
be.
that?
probably could have still been in love with him.
Oh, what if they had a
That's
promise
what it was
like
in mine.
your first kid you gotta name after me?
Yeah, but promises are broken all the
Like
time.
Rumpelstiltskin.
Kind of. I don't.
And we're
Stranger
done.
Stranger Things.
Right.
Just saying.
Stranger-
What if they had
yeah.
a blood pact?
Oh my god. A blood pact?
Alright, that's it. Now we finished for real. A blood pact. This ain't the 1800s. What are you talking?
But guys, thank you so much.
I can
Thank
imagine
you.
like she told him like, yo, I'm pregnant, and then he pulls out the scroll with the blood pact on
He
it.
was like, you signed.
You decreed, sis.
Exactly.
7 scores 4 years
Sign
ago.
here, initial here.
All of y'all. And you're joining us.
I'm sorry. I think it's funny.
It is. Scrolls are hilarious. But anyway,
I pictured that whole shit happening in my
thanks for y'all
head.
for
Just like,
watching. This video's gonna be very choppy because I'm not behind the camera, so whatever. But yeah,
that's the end of it.
That's
Thank
it.
you
Yeah.
guys for tuning in to
Thank
Extra
you for
Ignorant.
participating.
Thank you for Dani and TJ from
Thank
Levels
you for
Forward
having us.
having us on this segment. And until next time, see you later.
Yeah.
Peace.